you ever noticed a strange change in your body and immediately thought, is something seriously wrong with me? After 60, even the smallest changes can feel alarming. A stiff joint, a slower step, a sudden moment of forgetfulness. It's easy to assume these are warning signs of illness. But what if many of these changes are actually completely normal? In fact, doctors often say that some of the things older adults worry about the most are simply the body adapting to time. The real challenge isn't aging itself, it's knowing the difference between normal changes and real health problems. And when you understand that difference, something powerful happens. You stop living in fear and start living with confidence again. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 surprising body changes that often appear after 60, but don't automatically mean you're sick. These changes are incredibly common, yet many people panic when they experience them. Understanding them can help you feel calmer, make better decisions about your health, and avoid unnecessary stress. Of course, every person is different. If a symptom becomes severe, sudden, or interferes with daily life, it's always wise to speak with a qualified healthcare professional. But many times, what you're experiencing may simply be your body's natural way of aging. So stay with me until the end, because one of these signs might be something you've worried about before, and the truth behind it may bring you real peace of mind. Let's begin. 1. Stiffness in the morning. Many adults over 60 notice that their body feels stiffer when they wake up in the morning. Your knees may take a few minutes to loosen up. Your back might feel tight. Even your hands may need a moment before they move comfortably. This can be frightening at first. Some people immediately think they are developing severe arthritis or joint disease, but mild morning stiffness is actually very common with aging. As we get older, the fluid that lubricates our joints becomes slightly less abundant. Muscles and connective tissues also lose a bit of flexibility over time. That means the body simply needs a little movement to warm up. Think of it like starting a car on a cold morning. The engine still works perfectly, but it needs a moment before everything runs smoothly. Gentle stretching, light walking, and staying physically active throughout the day can help keep joints flexible. However, if stiffness lasts more than an hour, becomes painful, or worsens quickly, it's important to consult a healthcare provider. Otherwise, a few minutes of stiffness in the morning is often just your body waking up with you. 2. Changes in balance. Another change that can appear with age is feeling slightly less steady on your feet. You may notice that you walk more carefully than you used to. You might hold the railing on stairs or pause before stepping off a curb. This doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong with your nervous system. Balance is actually controlled by 3 systems working together: your inner ear, your vision, and your muscles. As we age, these systems may not communicate as quickly as they once did. Reaction times become slightly slower, and muscles responsible for balance may weaken if they aren't regularly used. The good news is that balance can often be improved at any age. Activities like walking, tai chi, light strength training, or simple balance exercises can make a significant difference. 3. Digestion. Becoming slower. Many people over 60 notice that their digestion doesn't feel quite the same as it did years ago. Meals may take longer to digest. You might feel full sooner. Or certain foods may no longer sit comfortably. This happens because the digestive system gradually slows down with age. The stomach may produce slightly less digestive acid, and intestinal muscles move food through the system more slowly. While this can sometimes cause mild bloating or occasional constipation, it doesn't automatically mean there is a serious medical issue. Simple habits can help support digestion: staying hydrated, eating fiber-rich foods, remaining physically active, and avoiding very heavy late-night meals. However, persistent abdominal pain, unexplained weight loss, or difficulty swallowing should always be evaluated by a doctor. But for many people, a slower digestive system is simply the body's way of adjusting its pace. 4. Vision adjusting to light. More slowly. Have you ever walked into a dark room and noticed that it takes longer for your eyes to adjust? Or perhaps bright sunlight feels more intense than it used to? This is another very common change that occurs with aging. The pupils in our eyes gradually become slightly less responsive to changes in light. In addition, the lenses inside the eyes become less flexible over time. As a result, older adults often need more light to see clearly and may take longer to adapt between bright and dark environments. This doesn't always mean vision disease is present. However, regular eye exams are still extremely important because certain eye conditions become more common with age. Simple adjustments, such as better lighting at home, reading lamps, and updated eyeglass prescriptions, can greatly improve comfort and safety. Your eyes are not failing. They're simply working with decades of experience behind them. 5. Feeling emotionally more sensitive. One change that surprises many people later in life isn't physical. It's emotional. You may find yourself feeling more reflective, more sentimental, or more emotionally aware than before. A song might bring tears. A memory may feel stronger. Moments with family may feel more meaningful. Some people worry that becoming more emotional means something is wrong, but very often, it's actually the opposite. As people age, their priorities shift. Psychologists sometimes refer to this as emotional wisdom, the ability to appreciate meaningful moments more deeply. After decades of life experiences, relationships, successes, and challenges, the brain begins to value connection and purpose more than urgency. This emotional sensitivity is often a sign of greater awareness, not weakness. Of course, persistent sadness, anxiety, or depression should always be discussed with a healthcare professional. But feeling more reflective or appreciative of life is often simply part of growing older, and many people describe it as one of the most beautiful parts of aging. 6. Changes in taste and smell. Another change that often surprises people after 60 is a shift in taste or smell. Foods you once loved might seem less flavorful. Your morning coffee may not taste quite as strong, or certain smells that used to be obvious now feel faint or harder to notice. It's easy to worry when this happens. Some people immediately assume something is wrong with their health, but in many cases, this is simply another natural change that comes with aging. As we grow older, the number of taste buds on our tongue gradually decreases. The nerves responsible for detecting smell can also become less sensitive over time. Since taste and smell work closely together, even a small change in one can affect how food seems to taste. Medications, dry mouth, or sinus issues can sometimes contribute as well, which is why it's always a good idea to mention sudden changes to a healthcare professional. But when these shifts happen slowly over time, they are often simply part of the aging process. The good news is that there are simple ways to make food more enjoyable again. Using herbs and natural spices, staying well hydrated, and maintaining good oral health can all help improve flavor and appetite. And sometimes these changes encourage people to explore new foods and new flavors they may never have tried before. Your senses may be changing, but your ability to enjoy a good meal and share it with others can still remain a meaningful part of life. Aging is not a disease. It's a lifelong biological journey. And along that journey, the body naturally changes in ways that can sometimes surprise us. Morning stiffness, a slower digestive system, needing more light to read, or feeling emotions more deeply. Many of these experiences are not warning signs. They are reminders that the body has been working faithfully for decades. The real goal of healthy aging isn't to eliminate every change. It's to understand your body, care for it wisely, and respect its rhythm. Because the truth is this: growing older doesn't take away your strength. It transforms it. Your body may move differently than it once did, but it also carries something far more valuable now: experience, resilience, and perspective. And those are things that only time can give. Thank you for watching. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. What is one change you've noticed as you've gotten older that surprised you the most? Share it in the comments below. Your story may help someone else feel less alone. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this today. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.